What if an army had to be called in to save an entire Winter Olympics? Not to fight a war, but to fight the weather by hauling thousands of tons of snow onto barren mountains. Now, it sounds like a movie script, but it's just one of many bizarre 100% true stories from the Winter Olympic Games. Now, behind the medals are stories so strange that they just don't sound real. Now, today, I'm counting down 5 of the most mind-blowing facts from the Winter Olympics that sound completely fake. Now, kicking it off at number 5, the Army that delivered winter. Now, in the 1964 Innsbruck, Austria Olympics, they faced a nightmare scenario. There was no snow. Now, the region was hit with its mildest weather in decades, leaving the slopes bare. Now, with the event on the brink of cancellation, the Austrian army was mobilized. In a massive operation, thousands of soldiers trucked in 40,000 cubic meters of snow from nearby mountains and carved 20,000 ice bricks to rebuild the bobsled track. Now, they literally built winter from scratch, saving the Olympics. Now, number 4 is Eddie Eagan. He's the only athlete to win a gold medal at both the Summer and Winter Olympics in different sports. Now, in 1920, he won gold in boxing at the Summer Games. And then 12 years later, he was asked to join the U.S. bobsled team for the 1932 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. Now, the only problem, Eagan had never even sat in a bobsled before. Now, with only a few weeks of practice, Eagan and his team won the gold, making him a champion in 2 completely different worlds. Now, for our number 3, the first Winter Olympics wasn't an Olympics at all. Now, the 1924 Games in France are celebrated as the first, but at that time they were officially called the International Winter Sports Week. It was essentially a trial run to see if a separate Winter Games could work. Now, the event was a huge success, so in 1926, the International Olympic Committee, in hindsight, designated the festival as the first official Winter Olympics. The first champions had no idea they were making Olympic history. Now we're down to our top 2, and you won't want to miss these. Now, if you've enjoyed these wild stories so far, hit the subscribe button for me and let me know in the comments which fact has shocked you the most. Now, our runner-up fact, when animals were Olympic competitors. Yes, at the 1928 Winter Olympics in St. Moritz, if I'm saying it correctly, a sport called ski jarring was featured as a demo event where skiers were pulled across a frozen lake by, get this, galloping horses. Now, it was a chaotic race, which I can understand, on ice that never returned. Then at the 1932 Games in Lake Placid, sled dog racing was also a demo sport, with teams racing across a grueling 25-mile course. Now, for a brief moment, the definition of an athlete also included man's best friend. Now, our number 1 fake-sounding fact, the 50-year-old wait for a medal. Now, at the first Winter Olympics in 1924, American ski jumper Anders Haugen, if I'm saying his name correct, finished 4th. Now, for 50 years, that was that. But in 1974, a sports historian recalculated the original scores and found a stunning clerical error. Haugen's score was actually higher than the bronze medalist. Now, that year, Anders Haugen, then 86 years old, traveled to Norway and was finally awarded his bronze medal. It's the longest anyone in Olympic history has ever waited for their medal. So from an army of snow haulers to a half-century wait for justice, the Winter Olympics proves that history is full of surprises. Now, these strange, forgotten moments capture the chaotic and wonderfully human spirit of the games. Which of these facts blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more weird history. And thanks for watching.